In this special edition of Hispanic Lifestyle, we focus on the resources and insights of Latino homeownership. We talk with experts in the field of home mortgages, down payment assistance, sustainability, and real estate. We learn the value of building wealth through homeownership in this edition of Hispanic Lifestyle. For more than 25 years, we have traveled thousands of miles to experience the flavors, culture, and passions of Latinos. We have interviewed hundreds of Latinas of influence, business owners, artists, and community leaders. Our mission is to share with you the stories of our community. I'm Richard Sandoval, and welcome to Hispanic Lifestyle.
Hello, my name is Valeria Esparza-Chavez, and I'm the head of home lending for the Hispanic segment at Wells Fargo Bank. So we have been doing outreach in cities across the nation, providing information for our historically underserved communities, including the Latinos and Black African American and Afro-Latino communities, so that we can share information about the important programs that are available, connecting our communities to local resources, down payment assistance programs, and really sharing the message that homeownership is possible. We know that nationwide, 48.5% of Hispanic families can say that they own their own home, compared to the non-Hispanic homeownership rate of 72%. There's a huge gap, and at Wells Fargo, we're deeply committed to ensuring that our communities have the information, they have the awareness in order to ensure that they know that the dream of homeownership is possible for them. I've been in this industry for 18 years as a first-generation American, first in my family to ever graduate from college, first in my family to ever work in a corporate environment, and I've learned so much in terms of managing money, and it's such an important topic for our communities. I really didn't grow up talking about finances at the table. That was something that just wasn't talked about in our family. And I remember one instance where I had a conversation with a gentleman who said, there's two ways of making money in this country: people at work and money at work. And that was just so eye-opening for me as a first-generation Latina to really start learning more about how to grow wealth and generational wealth. As I mentioned earlier, homeownership and owning real estate, owning our own property is so fundamental, and it's critical. We know that there is a homeownership gap in historically underserved communities, and that's why we care deeply about increasing these rates and closing the racial wealth gap that exists in America. And as the largest bank lender to Black and Latino families in the past 10 years, we are being very intentional and focused on continuing to being one of the largest bank lenders to these underserved communities going forward and into the future. At Wells Fargo, we're very focused on developing strategic relationships with organizations that support the Hispanic and the Latino community. One such example is recently we launched a partnership with Unidos US, which is one of the largest nonpartisan organizations, civil rights organizations in the Hispanic and the Latino community, and their home initiative, which is to create 4 million new Latino homeowners by 2030. Wells Fargo is the anchor funder of that initiative, and we are working closely with these nonprofit organizations nationwide in order to break down systemic barriers that have prevented too many underserved families with achieving their dream of homeownership. And that's also why we're here this morning here in Los Angeles, California, to ensure that we're sharing these messages, connecting our families to local down payment assistance programs, local housing counseling agencies that can walk our communities step by step to achieving that dream of homeownership. We hear so many stories about people who don't think they're ready, but when they come to us and they sit down and have a consultation, they're often closer to being ready than they realize. And recently I had a conversation with a Latina young mother of two. She's just starting off her career. She and her husband was a union member, and she and her husband received a notice in the mail about their rent going up substantially. And even in this current higher interest rate environment, they realized, you know what, now is the time for us to start considering home ownership. They had a consultation with us, and they realized that they were actually mortgage ready, got their pre-approval in hand, and started going out to look at properties in the area, and were able to close on a home, their first home, by just taking that first step of getting their informed, getting the information and the resources, and making that decision to become a homeowner.
Hello, my name is Chantal Camarillo, and I am the Diverse Segments Market Consultant for LA County, Orange County, as well as San Bernardino County. I'm very passionate about helping our gente, our community, accomplish the American dream. It all starts with the American dream. And here at Wells Fargo, we're committed to advancing racial equity, as well as affordability and a safe home for our community. Regardless of where you are in the age group, right, or that journey that you're going through, home buying is the number one way to build generational wealth. It's a way to build and give back also to your family in terms of that equity when you purchase a home and how you can build that up throughout the years. And here at Wells Fargo, we're committed to helping you throughout that journey. And part of that is through education. You want to come and educate yourself in terms of the down payment assistance resource programs that are available to you, the different programs, because it's not, believe it or not, a one-stop shop. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It all depends on how you're going through this process, and we want to help guide you. And that's why we're joined by a lot of the various nonprofit organizations here for today that are here to educate you on all the various resources that are out there within the city, within the community, within the county. I think we all are in that same boat in terms of addressing affordability, right, in terms of the interest rates. Wow. And then also some of the, I would say, misinformation. We're here to demystify all that with asking some really great questions, having a panel discussion with our nonprofit organizations, as well as our Wells Fargo loan officers here that are here to really just talk about various programs that are out there. But really, yes, you could purchase still a home with zero money out of your out of pocket, right? Depending on the programs that are available to you. Or you could receive that 20% down payment with the various down payment assistance programs that are available through the various authorities that are here today. So it's about really learning and educating in terms of all the misinformation that's out there and what you could actually purchase right now. But ultimately, for me, I always say it's always a great time to buy. You marry the home, but you date the rate. I think as first-time home buyers, you need to look at all gambits of this. And sometimes it comes with a little sacrifice. Maybe you're not going to get that single family residence, but you may actually look at a condo as an option as affordability. Or maybe, you know what, it's a little too expensive to purchase in LA County, but there might be more bang for your buck purchasing in the Inland Empire because it's affordable. These are some of the decisions and soul searching that I believe as a first-time home buyer, we're going to look at all aspects of it. And that's part of working with the real estate professional, as well as your loan officer, as well as your nonprofit organizations, to really kind of look at all aspects of whether or not you are ready to purchase right now, first and foremost, if you qualify, and then realistically, what do you qualify for, and where can you actually buy that dream home that you're looking for. But it's okay if you end up having to sacrifice a little to get to that stepping stone and onto that dream home in the future.
Hi, my name is Martin Sanchez with Wells Fargo. I'm Vice President of Mortgage Sustainability. I assist homeowners impacted by any downturn, by COVID-19, any mortgage payment difficulties they may be having. And also I work with HUD-approved nonprofit housing counseling agencies who assist our customers, where our customers walk in the door and get face-to-face assistance with them directly. We still see that homeowners, households are still impacted by COVID-19. We know that there's still a lot of recovery time needed, and what we're doing about that at Wells Fargo is we are really heavily pushing the Homeowner Assistance Fund that is available to customers. That's available nationwide. It's nearly $10 billion that was handed from Treasury to all 50 states, U.S. territories, tribes, and tribal housing entities. And it's money where homeowners can use who are impacted by COVID-19 to help pay for the mortgage, HOA, taxes, insurance, any liens that may be on the property, to help them get back on their feet and pick up where they left off. At Wells Fargo, we know that there may be consumers or homeowners who just don't feel comfortable coming to us directly for assistance. They may be intimidated, and that's okay, but we want to make sure we're able to still serve them in a very appropriate, meaningful way. So one of the things that I do is that I work with HUD-approved nonprofit housing council agencies, as actually you'll see behind me right now. And these are places where homeowners can walk in the door, get face-to-face assistance for free. Maybe it's from buying their first home, learn about budgeting, but also on the home preservation, help them save their home if they're actively in foreclosure or looking at delinquency, or they know they're going to start losing their job sometime soon. They can walk in their door and get face-to-face assistance and know that these housing nonprofits work with us directly, and we communicate, and they are a fantastic opportunity to help get into a home and also to stay in a home. The best advice I can give you is whenever you're facing any type of financial difficulty, you know it's going to impact your mortgage, please contact your servicer directly. In this case, please contact Wells Fargo. Give us a call. We have lots of resources available to you. Maybe it's a repayment plan, maybe it's a modification, maybe it's a homeowner assistance fund that I recently referred to. But there is a lot of assistance available, and the most important thing you can do is not wait to the last minute, not wait until the notice of foreclosure is on your door. It's to come, speak to us, and know that we have assistance ready and willing to help you. So I've been in the mortgage industry more than 15 years. Through that time, I've done everything from the home buying to the home preservation side of the business, just feel the full gamut of it. And one of the most meaningful things I've been able to do is sit on the board. Right now, I'm the chairman of the board of NeighborWorks Orange County. They're a HUD-approved nonprofit housing counseling agency who serve all of Orange County, again, to help consumers, first-time home buyers get into homes, learn about down payment assistance programs, learn about reverse mortgage, learn about opportunities to stay in their home if they're facing financial difficulty. And it's a great and fulfilling role I'm able to play as the board chair. So many individuals may think that homeownership perhaps is out of reach and perhaps not a reality. That's so far from the truth. There are a lot of services and assistance available. Perhaps it's from down payment assistance program, perhaps it's our mortgage programs that we offer. And also on the flip side of where you're already a homeowner and are facing financial difficulties and you may feel alone in this, but you're not alone in the struggle, we will help you. We have assistance available for you. So no matter where you are in this homeownership journey, please contact us at Wells Fargo directly so we know how to assist you, and we know that we are in your corner.
My name is Sarah Garcia. I'm the AVP of Community Impact for NeighborWorks Orange County. NeighborWorks Orange County has a mission to transition working families toward homeownership with a focus on affordability and sustainability. We are a HUD-approved counseling agency, and what we do is we focus on education by offering HUD-approved homebuyers education courses virtually, and then also a focus on pre-purchase counseling, doing thorough assessments for working families to determine how much house they could buy, and then also determine if they are eligible for down payment programs. The minute that families initiate the conversation of purchasing a home, that's where HUD-approved counseling agencies such as NeighborWorks Orange County come into play to be able to sit with families so that way they could determine if they are ready to purchase now, if not, what action items are needed to be worked on to be ready. So in short, to answer your question for families is the minute that you start having conversations of, I want to plan on purchasing a home, is when counseling should be taken advantage of. And it's free. It is a challenging time to purchase a home with the powerhouse of HUD-approved counseling agencies. This is more of a reason for families to be able to sit down, get a thorough assessment, understand their affordability of what they could purchase, and be one step ahead, so that way when the market does get a little bit more flexible, then our families are one step ahead, but anchoring the importance of education through pre-purchase counseling. HUD-approved counseling agencies, our role is to be able to empower families with resources that are readily available. Being that we are in Orange County, we work very close with city municipalities such as Santa Ana, City of Anaheim, City of Garden Grove, that offer down payment assistance programs. And to give you an example, City of Santa Ana, they offer a down payment program for up to $120,000 that a lot of families are unaware of. City of Garden Grove offers the down payment assistance programs up to $60,000, and City of Anaheim up to $100,000. So resources such as today's resource fair is really important, so that way families get to know what lending products are out there first and foremost, but two, being connected with resources such as down payment assistance and the counseling aspect. You know, people ask what we do. As an organization, as individuals, as counselors, I say that we're in the business of wealth building, and we do that by home ownership. And so that you have a legacy, which is home ownership, and our focus is affordability and sustainability. That's our message for folks to take advantage of education, reach out to your HUD agencies to see which is the closest to you to take advantage of the education and pre-purchase counseling.
With housing costs lower in Nevada, an estimated 60,000 Californians have opted to move to the state. On a recent trip to the Las Vegas area, HispanicLifestyle spoke with a real estate expert about Latinos and home ownership.
Hello, my name is Nora Aguirre. I am president-elect for NAHREP National. In the Las Vegas market, I've been in the real estate business 18 years. I have a team. We are the #1 team in Nevada for Century 21. So we love what we do, and we show up to work every single day to do it. I got into real estate just a coincidence because I was a translator for my parents. As they were purchasing their home, I needed to be right in the middle of the transaction, and so they had a real estate agent that did not speak Spanish, but they really liked the guy, so they kept me in the middle all the way through the process. Finally, you know, the agent says, Nora, you should get into real estate. I was 19 years old at the time. Really tells me the age, you know, it kind of tells you where, yep, let's add it all up. So 19 years old, and I'm like, no, I want to go to college, because I really wanted to go to college. As a little girl, that was like what was going to make my family proud, you know? And so I was like, no, I'm going to go to college. Thank you very much. I've never heard of what a real estate agent was. He kept on asking, and finally he's like, it's a part-time thing. You don't even have to work a lot. So I went into it, going into it, you know, being sold on the fact that it's going to be a little bit of work. I can do that while I'm going to college, and well, that's how the story began. Vegas is #1 on all lists, right? We come back, you know, usually we're in the top. We're coming back strong. We get hit first, so we're on the top right list when things are bad. So we're a small enough market where I think we feel it really fast, but we also feel the benefits. And what I can say as far as our Hispanic community is, one of the things that I know our Latinos thrive in is when things get hard, they continue pushing forward. So although they, you know, will get, you know, the obstacles of like credit is credit is high now, or, right now houses are more expensive, I can't afford them. Well, how do Latinos find solutions? Well, we're used to living in a house with multiple, adults, and, with my parents and with my, uncle living in here and pitching in. So now we can all be on the mortgage. So for them, they transition really quickly to seeing how can they make this dream possible. And they're used to fighting battles. They're used to having barriers. So in the real estate space, is no different to them. So they're used to that. They come in really strong, and even in markets when other people might sit back and say, "Oh, I'm going to wait for a better market," they'll continue to push forward still. And it's amazing because on our side is all we get to really do, as a real estate professional, is really guide them through that process and say, absolutely, being a renter has never been a good idea. So in this market, or in the next barn market, or in the next good market, buying your home is still going to be the best thing you can do. So pushing forward when everyone else is not, guess what? It's a great thing to do. So we experienced that during the winter this past year. A lot of people were very, they were hit with the rates, the rate increase. They're like, we're going to wait for the recession, inflation, and everything else in between. And Latinos are like, is there an opportunity for me? Yes, there is an opportunity. Actually, there's a lot of opportunity. Is the rate really bad? Well, it's higher, but it's normal. So if they hear it enough, they're like, should I still try to buy my house? Absolutely. And they'll push forward, as long as they find a trusted individual that helps them and carries them through the process. They will, become homeowners. And you guys are hopefully aware that by 2040, the Urban Institute is absolutely declaring that 70% of all first-time home buyers are going to be Latinos. So the first-time home buyer market is going to be dominated by Latinos in the next couple of years for sure. So real estate professionals that have the tools, the processes to nurture them and educate them are going to win big in the next decade. So date the rate is absolutely important to mention right now, because right now what's going to happen is you purchase a home, that's what you're committed to, and the rate can change. Whenever it does change 2-3 years from now, next year, and you're able to quickly refinance. And many times if you do, like, for example, a streamlined refi, many of you will not have to pay the high fees of refinancement, because it's just kind of like a quick refinancement within your loan, within your current servicer. So the idea here is, take it right now. It's not good for anyone. And later on, when rates change, and if you've worked on having great credit, if you've kept things going, then you're going to be able to take advantage of the moment rates change and absolutely are better. That's what everyone does. Usually, statistics show that most of us, 6-7 years into a home, we're already trying to refinance or possibly upgrade or downgrade into something different because we want a different house. So the idea here of you're stuck with this high rate for the next 30 years, it's not real. Most of us are going to refinance. So absolutely, date the rate, buy the home, marry the home. Well, what I can tell you about my time with NAHREP has been, it has opened my eyes into seeing that we have an opportunity to have a voice at the table in any demographic, in policy with large, Fortune 500 companies. They want to hear what we are seeing usually when we're working with first-time home buyers. What is the pain in the streets when it comes to, the struggles that first-time home buyers have? And so I absolutely know that I bring that every day, because that's what we do here. We represent investors, absolutely. Sellers, absolutely. But majority of our transactions are focused into the first-time home buyer and that nurture process. So what my goal is, and what I feel excited about, is really getting to express all of the little nuances and little struggles, and absolutely going into, with some important names in the industry, going into troubleshooting, solving the problems, helping our community really understand that the way they're going to win is still absolutely through home ownership. And statistics are showing as well that we have a huge wealth gap when it comes to our Latinos, right? We know that owning a home will help you build wealth over your lifetime. So if we are realtors, we're lenders, and for me here in Nevada, I feel very loved by my community over the last 30 plus years that I've been here, and so we're growing, and we know that if we can put the problems on the table and get great people, with amazing vision to really execute on those, we're going to make it happen. And NAHREP is giving me the opportunity to be able to do that, and so I'm honored. So NAHREP, in conjunction with the Hispanic Wealth Project, launched the 10 disciplines of building wealth, and that is all over the internet on their website. And so that is 10 points that everyone needs to live by. Whether you're in the real estate space or anything else, you absolutely need to take a look at those and make sure that you're part of that. One major sponsor of that, the NAHREP 10, is Wells Fargo, and they have been through the NAHREP side as well. It's been an amazing opportunity to be able to have sponsors that have that level of commitment to the mission and that will stay with you along the years. And so NAHREP is very grateful to partners such as Wells Fargo because of the commitment over the years as far as helping advance sustainable Hispanic homeownership. We know that real estate in Las Vegas is going to continue to increase in value because we are seeing a lot of different, opportunities come to town. For example, now we have sports. We did not have sports before. Now we are a sports town. We have a hockey. We have a, football team, hopefully NBA team. We're baseball team. So this is a different layer to Las Vegas that no one has ever seen before. And so for us, we know that this is going to be a grand opportunity. Plus, everyone has something to do in Las Vegas. A convention, there's an opportunity for all kinds of entertainment. So with that, how does that translate? Well, Hispanics here in our Las Vegas Valley, we're 33% of the population. So what does that mean? It means that our Latinos need to become homeowners, period. And Latinos need to own Las Vegas, Henderson, North Las Vegas. And so my commitment is to continue to bring that education. And we know right now that still approximately 50% of our population are renters. That's the report that has been going around here in our city. But that means that we still have 50% of the population to touch, making sure that they realize the dream of becoming homeowners, because that is how we know we'll make the community better. When someone is a homeowner, they take care of their communities, they're committed to it, versus renters. We know the difference when you start going into a neighborhood that's predominantly renters living. The community is completely different. So for us, it's exciting to be able to be part of that here locally. So if you are in the real estate market in Las Vegas, you absolutely need to continue to educate our clients and our renters that values are not going down. They're just going to continue to go up. I don't know that we're going to hit California prices because everyone talks about that. And we know that we're seeing a lot of Californians want to come to Las Vegas because they get to be close to home because they still love California, but they don't have to pay the prices, they don't have to pay the taxes, and so I think they get to stay close enough by being here. So, we'll welcome you. I know that some people get crazy when we start talking about Californians coming because that's the reason why our prices are increasing, but I think you guys have made our market a great one, and I personally love the fact that you guys are making the city just, as far as in pricing, higher priced. It's not, you can get a house for bare to nothing in Vegas. It's no longer the case, my friends, unfortunately.